If you only focus on productivity, you're gonna be lost. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Vlogmas day number 4. I just got home. It is 4:30, and I don't know if any of y'all have been watching enough of my videos or watching long enough since we have lived in this house, but if you have, you know there has been an ongoing leaf battle. So we have so many leaves that fall in our yard, and I just wanted to show you the absolute absurdness of the amount of leaves that are in our yard and that must be collected, and to say that I don't have time for that. I'm a working lady. I ain't got time to be out here collecting leaves. By the time I get home, it's usually dark. And we live in kind of like an older neighborhood, so people are either A, paying for someone to do it. I don't want to do that. Or B, you know, they have more time on their hands because they don't work as much or they're retired, so they're able to do it. But I just thought I would share with you the craziness that is my leaf problem, because I have neglected it so much this year. Or maybe it's worse, I don't know. I thought I was keeping up with it, but apparently not. So this is my driveway. You can't even see my driveway because there's so many leaves on the floor. And let me just show you. This is all full of leaves from my neighbor's yard. That is absolutely insane. That's way too many trash bags. Anyways, I know you probably don't care about my leaf problem. I just wanted to share that with you. Like I said, I just got home. I'm going to change because I'm a little bit dirty. The last visit was a feeding visit, so, you know, that always usually gets a little bit messy. So I'm going to get changed here. Again, shovel food into my mouth as I always do when I get home. And then we can tackle that question of the day. I have no idea what we're gonna talk about today, but we'll figure it out together. Actually, I did want to make an addendum to yesterday's video when I talked about patients and clients refusing therapy. I wanted to say that I work with kids, and kids are always refusing to do what we want them to do. So kids are always resisting and putting up a fight, and they are never agreeable with what we want them to do. So in that sense, yes, I guess I get a lot of refusals because babies and 2-year-olds kind of do whatever they want to. But in the context that I was addressing yesterday, I really don't get a lot of refusals. But yeah, kids refuse to do stuff that I ask them all the time. So in that sense, I guess I do kind of get declined all the time. But yeah, I just thought I'd throw that out there, that children are not compliant with what we would like them to do during therapy, many times. Hey everyone. Me and Will are just arguing about investment strategies.
What am I doing?
I'm telling the people that we're arguing about our investment strategies.
You have a strategy?
I think I do. And I'm turning all the Christmas lights on.
Strategy is to just give your money to somebody else to strategy.
So I like a mixture of traditional investments and then taking risks with other things. Will is just, he just throws it. Okay, I'm feeling kind of fun today. Actually, Will was saying that, what did you call me? What did you say earlier? Oh, jazzy. He says I don't have to be so jazzy. I don't really think I'm that jazzy, but whatever. Okay, so I don't like this question. I think it's kind of dumb, so I'm just gonna throw it out. And what I really wanted to talk to y'all about today was how I kind of define success as an OT. Yesterday in the video, I said that it was a very successful day because I saw all 7 of my clients. And while that is a successful day, I think productivity-wise, you know, if productivity is the only metric that you are using to measure your success, it's going to be really hard. It's going to be really hard to maintain motivation with that as your only metric, because productivity standards can be so high that they're not really ever attainable. And I don't think that my productivity is like that, luckily. But, you know, a lot of times it is just, you know, 90% productivity, which is like you have 10% time to document, which is kind of outrageous. But I just, I was thinking about that when I watched the video back, that I don't want y'all to think that success is just being productive and seeing all your kids, because you could see 100 kids, but are you actually making a difference in their lives? Are they actually progressing? Are they meeting their goals? And so I would really hope that if you are... Oh, hold on. This is burning. Sorry about that. Had to salvage dinner there at the last minute, and then I had to eat it and change my shirt because I got food on my shirt. But like I was saying, measuring success can be done in many different ways as an OT. Productivity is just one of them. Obviously, the best way is to be using your clients' outcomes and goals, and hopefully they're meeting those goals. Sometimes those things are out of your control, and patients are slow to progress, and there's not really anything you can do about it, or you know that they may not progress, and that's okay. It's more about maintenance. But it can be risky defining your success based on the client's success, because there's only so much you can do to help them. You can guide them and give them the tools and tell them what to do, but if they don't do it, then you can't blame yourself for them not meeting their goals or having them progress. But that certainly is one way to measure success, and how I guess how good of a therapist you are. But I think for me personally, I try and find those connections with the families that I've developed, and really reflecting with them and thinking about, hey, you know what, this is where we started. When we first started, your baby couldn't even sit up, or they couldn't eat any food, and I like to reflect a lot with parents and show them how much we actually have progressed, because I think it's good for them and for me, because sometimes it does become difficult to see the progress, especially when you work with families for an extended time. In my case, I might work with a family for 3 years, and that's a really long time, and you can kind of get caught up in like seeing them every single week and doing the same thing. And so it's always good to go back and reflect and say, look at where we started and look at where we are now. So I always like to find those little moments of success with the family, and it could be as small as me giving them a resource or helping them connect with another family. I recently helped 2 families connect with children that have the same diagnosis, and it's very rare. And so they were just thanking me today that they finally have someone to talk to. And that's amazing. That has nothing to do with productivity, but I really helped these 2 families. And those are the kind of things that you have to focus on. If you only focus on productivity, you're going to be lost. If that is your only measure of success, then it's going to be so hard for you to keep up with this job. I think it's so easy to get caught up day to day and measure your day-to-day success by how productive you were. But there's no meaning in that. There's no substance. There's no human connection. There's no emotion behind that. And I think that's why we all became OTs, or want to become OTs, or are pursuing this, is because we want to help people on the most basic level. And when you focus on just seeing 10 people a day, that doesn't mean anything. There's no, what are you doing with that person during that hour or those 30 minutes that you're with them? That's what matters. And trust me, that's hard. It is very draining. I'm not going to sugarcoat it and make it sound easy, but you have to find a way to have that balance of meeting the demands of your job and the productivity, and also helping all of your families and your clients succeed. So the other ways that I've thought about defining success is, making sure you finish all of your paperwork and your documentation on time, making sure that you're a team player, that you're helpful and encouraging to all of the people that you work with, whether it be other OTs, PTs, speech therapists, nurses. You want to be the person that people want to go to for help. You also want people to help you when you're asking for help. You can define success as publishing research or participating in research. So, there's so many different ways to define success as an OT that are not related to productivity at all. I just think that is kind of like the main thing that a lot of employers or therapists sometimes look at, because it's just the easiest thing. It's it's something that is very easily measurable. There's a number, you can quantify it. Did you see this many clients or not? So I think it's just really easy to get caught up in that and long story short, when I heard myself say that I was successful yesterday just because I saw seven families, I was like, wait a second. I mean, that was part of the success, but the other success was connecting those families. The other success was updating a goal because the child met their goal. So it's just so good to be mindful of that, because it is easy to become stressed and overwhelmed, with the demands that are put on us as a therapist. Hopefully that gives you some insight into some of the things that I think about. Let me know how you define success, as an OT student. Oh my gosh, defining OT success as a student, that would be kind of completely different, and takes me back to another stressful time in my life. But yeah, maybe I can do, some success tips for OT school, because I actually really, really enjoyed OT school, and I'm very envious of all of y'all that are going to OT school or pursuing OT school, because I had a great time. I really enjoyed OT school. But now, with all that said, we're going to completely switch topics. I hope you enjoyed that little insight into my mind. But really quickly, we have to talk about The Mandalorian, okay? Because we've watched all 4 episodes that have been released, and it's not that good. Okay, I don't know what people are so crazy about, but me and Will both agree that The Mandalorian is not that good. I don't know. The last episode, so episode 4, honestly felt like, I don't know if you've ever seen Stargate 1 or Stargate Atlantis, which are shows that I absolutely love. But it kind of felt like a Stargate SG-1 episode. He went to the planet, and then they had a battle, and then that was the end. What is the actual storyline that you're trying to tell, or is it just gonna kind of be these random episodes? I'm not really sure. I think I'm the outlier, but I just wanted to let y'all know that, I mean, I'm gonna keep watching it, obviously, but I don't see what all the hype is about. That's my Mandalorian update. Hope you enjoyed this chat. Again, leave me a comment on how you kind of define success for you as an OT. And I look forward to talking to y'all again tomorrow. Okay, bye.